My name is Mark Prather. I'm from Claremore, Oklahoma. I served in the U.S. Navy from 1967 to 1970, primarily in Vietnam. I'd always wanted to be in the Navy because on my senior trip in Galveston, a carrier was in port, and all these sailors were running around having a great time. And I thought, you know, that's pretty neat. Of course, everyone read the paper, and I would see the tally of U.S. casualties, Vietnamese casualties, and it became real, especially once I went from the service school to my ship. We went directly from there to Vietnam, so it got really fast. The ship I was on, the USS Black, was built in World War II for one trip to the Pacific, and they figured it would be sunk. And somehow it made it back, and 20 years later, it's still in service, and I was on it, and there was no frills. I mean, it was just a World War II destroyer, and fortunately, there were a bunch of men on there that were actually from World War II and Korea. So it was almost like a time warp. I mean, all the guys that my uncles and father that had talked about, they were there. And the captain was also from World War II. So it was surreal. My grandfather spoke Cherokee, and he was different. I mean, he was, you know, an old Cherokee, and he was kind of hard to, you know, get around sometime. But I always thought back to him, and he lost one son in the war, World War II, and I had always just, you know, felt that if I could do something maybe to repay. So that's kind of where I am with that. I called my mother probably 6 times from Long Beach, tell her I was coming home the same day. Every 2 hours I call and say, I'm coming home. I'm really coming home. And she, I know, Mark, I know. So anyway, I finally made it home. I was so excited. I was walking on air.